I love in period dramas when something befalls a family and they must downsize, and they're like, oh, how wretched! We are reduced to a cook and 2 servants and a groundskeeper in this 5-bedroom country house. The servants have their own quarters separate from the 5 bedrooms, obviously. Ew, peasants. Then the heroine is like, do not fret, Mama, I am sure we will make new friends. And Mama is like, we have but 1 carriage and 6 horses, we cannot afford friends. However will we host lavish balls now? Then Lord Cucumberly stops by the house because his horse stepped on a bee, and he's like, I'm ever so sorry to bother you. And the heroine is like, not at all, sir, I'm an expert in horse feats. I read books. And he's like, how quaint. Then he takes his top hat off, and 40,000 pounds falls out, and Mama pushes the heroine to flirt with him. But she's like, no, Mama, I cannot be with a man who allows his horse to step on bees. And Mama is like, you willful child, I am trapped on this tiny estate with only 1 string quartet to amuse me. So the heroine runs from home distressed and wind-whipped, and into the arms of a beekeeper. But it's actually Lord Cucumberly's brother, Basil. This thread got away from me. No, keep going! What happens next? Is Basil kind to his bees? Well, the heroine scolds him at first and is like, how could you be careless with your bees, letting your brother's horse step on them? You should be ashamed, sir. And he says, ma'am, I beg of you, give me leave to explain. He has PTSD from the bee wars of 1870. And she says, no, I am to attend Lord Cucumberly's ball, and I must put on at least 18 petticoats. Goodbye forever. Basil watches her leave, distraught, and considers letting her go. But no, he must tell her. That night at the ball, Basil makes a loud entrance. Cucumberly says, brother, I didn't know you were to attend. Welcome. And Basil says, brother, I didn't know that you'd stolen one of my bees to sting your horse until I counted them. And everyone gasps, and the camera zooms in on the heroine. And she says, Cucumberly, is this true? And he stammers and goes, no, it's a falsehood. But Basil says, if that is so, let us interview the horse. So they bring the horse into the ball. Does heroine know how to speak to horses on account of all the reading she does? Basil produces a jar containing a squashed bee and asks the horse, does this look familiar? And the horse neighs in distress and smashes through the French doors into the night. Cucumberly is shamed and cannot show his face in Upper Shroplingshireton again. And the heroine goes to see Basil to apologize, and he says, there is nothing to be sorry for, honey. And they kiss, and it turns out Basil is a honey millionaire, and all their fortunes are restored. The end. By Jane Austen.